Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. So I have tried to do something which is in the subject. So it is mainly an exercise, but the end is that the conjecture is true for classical proof. So I will speak of discrete series for symmetric spaces. Over R. We will quickly understand why we work only over R. This is because the construction of discrete series is already known. So what is the symmetric spaces? Let's say something like G over H. It is Archimedean, so H is on the right. Sigma is an involution. Of G, and H contains a fixed point and is included in the fixed point. Okay. So G and H.
G is fixed point.
Here too. Thank you. So the group are Lie, in particular Lie group. So I will take the Lie algebra. Well, the Lie algebra is always the complexified one. Okay. So I have a decomposition, of course, using the eigenvalue of sigma, which is H, the Lie algebra of H, plus, which is usually denoted by S, such that S is eigenspaces for the eigenvalue -1 of sigma. So now I can define what is the rank of G over H. Now the rank of G over H is equal to, by definition, the dimension of a maximal abelian sub-algebra, sub-algebra, let's say, this abelian subspace. S. So we have the theorem in the Archimedean case, which constructs the discrete series. This is a very old theorem, 30 years old. It is due to Flenstad Jensen plus Oshima Matsuki. And in fact, I will use the version which is due to Vaughan plus Shishkrull. So what does the theorem says that X has a discrete series if and only if the rank of G over H is equal to the rank of K over H, where K is a maximal compact. The maximal compact are defined using Cartan involution relatively to the theta Cartan involution, which commute with sigma, such that theta sigma equals sigma theta. Okay, so this has a meaning. And so this is one condition, and there is another one, the subset lambda that I will define in a minute, is not empty. Lambda, see below, is not empty. So I have to define what is lambda. To have discrete series, I necessarily have the equality of the rank. So I can choose donc, the equality for the rank implies that there exists a carton, enfin a torus such that the A, which is the Lie algebra of A, is a maximal abelian in S. Okay? So this is just a rank condition which says that. So fix the torus. So, and denoted by L is by definition the centralizer in J of A. So here we have something which is very particular to the case of symmetric spaces. The Lie algebra L of L is equal to the Lie algebra of A plus direct sum the intersection with H. Moreover, of course, L, say this. There is some question.
And L is equal.
L is the centralizer of J of a torus. So L, in fact, the Lie algebra is a Lévy subalgebra of G. In fact, if you complexify L, it is a Lévy subalgebra of GC. But in fact, there is no parabolic defined over R. Bon. So now I can define what is lambda. It is a set of linear form on A, which can, of course, I can extend this to A plus T. Alors, this is a carton of K, or K. You can take T is included in the fixed point, what is K intersection H. So you extend by 0, of course, why not? And so the first condition for which has to define lambda is the fact that the lambda plus some usual translation rho c minus rho n, this is a half sum of it doesn't matter what it is, but has to be highest weight for K. So this already says that you only have a lattice possible. Moreover, if you see at the condition, all depends only on G, A, which is not a big choice, but it does not depend on the choice of H. So it's clear that because we have some possibility for H, it cannot depend only on the Lie algebra of H, it also depends on H. So plus something like a parity condition. Alors, well, in the best case, the parity condition is simple to write down. In the best case, the parity condition is that lambda is the differential of a character of L and the condition is that this character has to be trivial on the intersection L equal dash. Well, this is not true in general because in fact we have to treat the good is almost the same, but after some twist. But I do not want to write it down. So this is the definition of the lattice. So, but moreover, the people whose name is at the top has described what are the discrete series so now fix lambda in the set lambda. How can we attach a discrete series to it? In fact, the discrete series is attached to for X is attached to the lambda and a parabolic subalgebra. So Q Q of course has to satisfy two conditions. In fact, first of all, theta is the Cartan involution of Q has to be the opposite of Q. And the second condition is positivity conjugate, some positivity for the unipotent radical of Q relatively to this means that you have to choose some positive Weil chamber. So, and how is the pi? The pi is obtained is in fact the cohomological induced IQ of lambda. So this is bon, alors, alors it is not exactly lambda, it is a twist. Alors to do cohomological induction, in fact you have to do induction at the level of the enveloping algebra using Q and lambda. Then you have to take the k finite vector, so this is not an exact functor, so you have to derive the exact functor. Because you have positivity condition, in fact the derived functor is 0 except in 1 degree, and it is the representation. This Pardon? No? Kuba. No, it is not defined over R. Q is not defined. L is defined over R, but Q is not defined over R. Yeah, theta is the Cartan involution. So this is the construction of the discrete series for the symmetric spaces in the Archimedean cases. So assume from now on, assume that J is classical. In that case, following Adams and Johnson, who are studied such representation, Renard and I have associated a morphism. Alors, psi, which come from WR cross SL2C in the L group of G, such that pi is in the Arthur's packet associated to psi. So I will say something about that. This is the first thing. Who says that? But no. Alors, the answer is yes. Alors, the answer to the question is necessary to me, or useful. If pi is a discrete series, then psi is in fact unique. With the properties that I have still not given. No, it is too early. So psi is such that pi is in the Arthur's packet, and psi restricted to SL2C is the SL2 triple for the principal unipotent of the dual group of L. I have L somewhere, so I can take the dual group of L, LC if you want, which is in G hat. Okay, it's okay?
So you say it's unique under this condition?
Yeah. No, first of all, I don't. Now I will answer. In fact, if J is classical, and if pi is a discrete series, then the psi that we have associated here is unique with this property. Okay? Well, this is not totally obvious because, in fact, there is two things in it. The parameter lambda q, which will give you the pi, comes with multiplicity 1. I don't say this is correct. But the problem is to make sure that the representation which is associated to lambda and q depends only, no, it depends only on lambda and q, but that the map from lambda q to the representation is injective. In general, it is not true. When you do cohomological induction, you have intersection between the packet. But with this property, in fact, I can prove, because it's not exactly in the literature, but I can prove that it is unique. So, if pi is a discrete series, then psi as above is in fact unique.
But you know that if it's not a discrete series, then it may not be unique?
No, what I say also for discrete series.
If it is not a discrete series, because it could
Of what? It is a representation of G.
Yeah.
So a representation of G can be in a lot of Arthur's packet.
Right.
So, even for discrete series. So here I look at a very special Arthur's packet, in fact,
Right.
because I have this
But
condition.
Discrete series, then this statement is false.
You mean a representation of G over H?
Pi could be non-discrete series for G.
Pi is not discrete for. No, for X. No, excuse me. No, discrete series is discrete series for X. So, okay? No.
It's not classical. You can still construct the parameter.
Of course, we can still construct the parameter, but with David, we have not proved that it is an Artus parameter, but we have not proved the factoriality we need.
Are these intended to be unipotent? Unipotent packets of parameters, or
Unipotent packet?
Yeah.
No. In fact, we will not have.
otherwise the uniqueness would be so interesting.
No, but no. This is very special. In fact, because we induced a character of the parabolic. We have no unipotent. So this is part of the. But in all this talk, discrete series means discrete series for X. When I want to say that it is discrete series for G, I will say that. So in general, it is not a discrete series for G. Okay. So I have said that the psi restricted to SL2C is defined by, in fact, the dual of L, and of course, as usual, the psi restricted to WR is bounded morphism of WR to the centralizer of psi SL2. The centralizer in LG of psi SL2. Okay, this is necessary. This is just the definition.
With pi is a discrete series of X, do you always find a principal unipotent?
For L. For L, yeah. Well, I have no time. I hope that you will admit that Artus packet is something like a generalization of Langlands packet. But so I want to explain now. So I will denote this psi. Psi discrete, okay? So what is now the conjecture of Sakellarides and Venkatesh? So here now, the group are complex. So I will still denote by X, but it is GC over HC, okay? So this space has an open B orbit for B above L. So, 2x is attached by a parabolic. Px is a stabilizer in GC of the B orbit, the open B orbit. So it is a parabolic GC. Okay. So the construction use a torus AX, which is included in a levy of P. So torus, not maximal. This is the centralizer of in GC of AX, and this is the levy of the parabolic. Okay. So people working in spherical variety, this means Luna, Wust, Brion, and Knopp and Knopp. Donc spherical variety. this is a particular case of a spherical variety, gives that there is some character of AX of the torus, which is algebraic homomorphism, contains some particular character which they call spherical roots, which are exactly the set of eigenvalue for the action of B in the function field Cx. Okay, so they define they have a list, in fact, and moreover they define also they define what is the spherical root, and they also define a Veil group. Alors, with that, Knopp plus Schalke have proved that with this data there exists a complex group that they denote J check X, which is a reductive complex group. Alors with root which are exactly this one, or the dual of this one, the good Veil group, etc. But moreover, they prove much more. In fact, moreover, they denote by let's say phi SL2 the map of SL2 in the which is also relatively to the SL2, the principal unipotent, and they prove that, Knopp and Schalke prove that there exists phi x from J check X cross SL2 into J check, which is included in LJ, such that the phi x restricted to SL2 is phi SL2, and phi x of the torus AX is equal to the dual torus of AX in J check. Okay, this was conjectured by Sakellarides and Venkatesh, proved in a lot of cases, and they have proved it in full generality. So, what is the conjecture now?
So TSL2 is the principal unipotent?
Yeah, for
TSL2 is still the
yeah, for this. Okay. Voilà, so now the conjecture is there exists an L group which contain, of course, as a connected component J check X, and there exists an extension of phi x from LJX cross SL2 in LG, such that for all pi, a discrete series for x, there exists phi pi, a bounded.
Are we now spherical or is X symmetric? Are we now in a general spherical situation?
Well, in fact, the conjecture is for general. I guess it is for a general spherical variety, but I can prove it only in the case of symmetric spaces. So assume the conjecture is more general, but the form that I will give is X symmetric. Okay. There exists phi p, a bounded morphism of WR in LGX, such that, in fact, for the conjecture probably, so what I have not erased, such like psi p ds is equal up to conjugacy, of course, to the phi p. Okay, this has a meaning. The phi p is from WR to LJX, so I have to extend it trivially on SL2 first. And then I compose with the phi x which is given. So there is an obvious corollary of the construction, in fact, that it is good for the SL2 part. So this is the reason why I have given the full construction. For any phi p, in fact, phi p it doesn't matter of the phi p because it's here only as SL2. So this is obvious. In fact, it is mainly due to the construction of Knoop-Schalke, because it is absolutely not clear. Knoop-Schalke have computed the centralizer of the image of their J check X in LG. This is a group which is in general much smaller than the L check X, but they have the same principal unipotent. This is somewhere miraculous because so. Voilà. So, because I also assume that J is classical, implies that J check X is also classical. In fact, I have almost no choice for LJX because I want that no choice for LJX if I want to have a bounded parameter. If I want to have discrete series, in fact, for the dual of J check X, I have no choice for the LJX. For example, if for classical group, when it is SP, you have no choice because there is only one form, SO to n plus 1 the same. So you have choice for O to n, but O to n only one form, one quasi-split O to n as discrete series. You have also a choice which is more complicated for GLN. You have to decide if it is GLN or if it is UN, but here too you have almost no choice.
No choice, including the choice of the embedding in GL, because
you have no choice for LJX. So the problem is to prove the existence of the morphism. So I have not.
When you say no choice, that means there is no choice, or that means there's only one choice.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you. So the problem is to define the embedding, okay? So, but in fact, there is a well-known example which explains what happened. It is a Bayes chance for GLN. This is well known. You have a question? No?
yeah, this is the example.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so I have no time. So in this example, I will give you a more complicated example, which has the same. Well, here there is some difficulties. The L group is a unitary group. So if n is odd, it is a stable base change. And if n is even, it is an unstable base change. So you have to choose something. Alors, I will give the. I always think that my talk is too short. I'm always. Bon, so the theorem is there exists phi x in such a way that the circularity Semmelweis conjecture is true. Alors, the proof is in fact case by case. Sorry. In fact, we have very few cases. We have the base change. Alors, the base change is very well known because Pascal Arenc has computed all we want for base change on the real field, so there is no problem with that. So when we have done the base change, you have a very short list. So I will give you one, which is probably the most complicated. So the example is UPQ, URS cross U, P minus R, Q minus S. So rank condition is easy to compute in fact because the rank, there is something very nice, the rank of G over I, H is equal to the rank of this is X, is equal to the rank of LG, of J X check. So it's very easy to compute with that. So as discrete series, if and only if R is 2R is less than P, 2S is less than Q, or the opposite. Well, that's a good thing. And the J check X is P. Well, let's say that, so I assume this one. So I have no choice for the L group. But the L group of the unitary group is, so L of UPQ is GL, this is complex group of course, GL P plus Q C, semi-direct product, which depend on the parity of P plus Q of WR, and the semi-direct product is given by an automorphism, which I will call it theta. I'm sorry, it is not the same theta. And GP plus Q is anti-diagonal matrices n minus 1 to P plus Q minus 1. Okay? So G is symplectic if P plus Q is even, and it is orthogonal if P plus Q is odd. So the embedding which works, which make you have no choice. So you have to send SP to R plus S C cross WR into I found the SL2, which is play almost no role, into the L of UP plus Q, and it is it is natural if P plus Q is even. For example, if P plus Q is equal to 2R plus S, it's even. And a twist, unstable Bayesian, if P plus Q is odd. In fact, the way I see that is the fact that I can say this group in the L group of U2R plus S. Bon, the SL2 in fact gives the rest. It is GL P plus Q minus 2R plus S. See? So the SL2 send the principal here. So this is L. Now this is part of an elliptic endoscopic datum for U P plus Q, UPQ. And it is the map from the endoscopic group in the group. And as is well known, sometimes you have to choose a character of C star to which the restriction to.
Or equivalently, it does not preserve the pinning.
Yeah, exactly. So this was predicted by Knoppenschelke. So I will speak on the last question. With the base change of GLN, I guess that it is the only two cases where the embedding is not the natural one. So the last question. What are the representation in P psi which are discrete series for X? In fact, this lambda is fixed. Lambda, in fact, depends on the my psi. Lambda gives you the parameter of the discrete series associated to the dual group. So the lambda is fixed. The problem is the choice. So the problem is the choice of Q, which was in the beginning of the talk. So I have said the choice of Q is a choice of a positive L chamber. So as Vaughan said, but Vaughan is an expert, so this is in bijection. In fact, this one is in bijection with the little Weil group. So this can be computed, in fact. Moreover, in all cases I have computed. This is in bijection with the Weil group of J check X, so this is much easier to compute, divided by the Weil group of K. Now, mind the fact that K is not connected in general, but nevertheless you can associate something. Okay, so this can be computed. It's not so difficult, but I have not found a nice answer, a nice close answer as the question. So the only things I can prove, proposition, is fix G and psi and the Lie algebra of H, because this depends only on the Lie algebra of H. Then and fix also pi. Then there exists at most one H such that and pi is included with L2 disk. So I will give you, in fact, I have two examples. I have still 5 minutes. Alors, exemple. SP2N with R I have to assume something, I have to choose between the two, so I assume that 2R is less than or equal to 2N minus 2R by symmetry. So this has discrete series, this is X, so LJX is an SP, SP2R, see? So it is amazing here to put the SL2C because it is one case where the SL2C is the most complicated, and as we will see it is not very complicated. So the morphism here goes to SP2RC cross the for SL2 it's sent in the automorphism of the two-dimensional representation of SL2 plus the rest. The rest is SO 2N minus 4R plus 1, which is included is SO 2N plus 1, which is the L group. There is no problem with the L group here, so we will suppress it. Okay, so the SL2 goes here and here. Okay. So this is so now I take a bounded morphism so let phi p be WR cross here you have to put the WR, otherwise bounded. The parameter of discrete series. Then we have psi, which is so here the answer is exactly 1 pi in P psi such that pi is a discrete series for X, and it is in fact the Lagrange pi is equal to the here since the Lagrange packet has only one element here, so it is the Lagrange quotient. In general, you do not have other h which come with this, except the case where n is even. So let's say n is even, so this is 4m. Here you put 2n, here you have 2n. This also can occur, so you have one discrete series, but here you have another h possible. The other is SP you have the same kind of parameter, of course, and the discrete series which will appear here are in fact tempered representation inside the Artus packet. In this way, you obtain some representation of the Artus packet, but you do not have all the representation in the Artus packet. You have the Lagrange one, and you have some, which can be described explicitly, of course, some tempered representation. It is only 50 minutes.
We have 10 minutes left.
I can continue. I can give you another example. No, I thought it was only 50 minutes. I have another example, which is in fact. Well, this example, the two edges play clearly a role simultaneously because you can look at SP4n of E over SP2n over FE, where E over F is a quadratic extension of number field, and you can specialize either a split, and you have the first discrete series, or either A does not split, and you have the second one. So the two are in the same picture. But I have another example, which is in fact, I don't know. Another example is this unitary group with P even. This always exists for any P, but this one exists only for P even. What is the group here? Let's split one. So now here, for both space, X and X prime, so the pi is a discrete series for X or X prime, implies that pi is tempered for G, or UPQ. Okay? Because the group is too big, you have no self-2. But here too, you do not have all the tempered representation in the packet, but the intersection is empty. You have two different, and this can be written in terms of the character of the centralizer in a relatively nice way. I will stop here. You have a question?
You can say what is the condition of the character of the centralizer? You have a parameter which are coming from the SP, so this parameter for UN, so you have in fact integer. So that is P, this is P, P has to be even to P. I guess it is this one. I guess that the parameters are of this form. I'm not so sure. So, you understand what this means? Don't you need to fix a Whittaker datum or something to...
No, I guess that the answer does not need a Whittaker datum. To have the parametrization, I need a Whittaker datum, but the answer which will make the difference between the two is, I guess that for one it is the epsilon I is equal to epsilon 2p minus 1 plus 1. For one of the two, I can look. Well, I don't. For one of the two, the condition for all I don't remember, and from the other one, it is. So this does not depend on the choice of the Whittaker model, in fact.